Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Bad Sweater. This is a 40% ABV, no age statement, brown sugar, and holiday spiced flavored whiskey. Real quick, I wanted to put in here, if you go on their website, it does state that this is a 4-year-old bourbon. However, I've looked all over this bottle a dozen times. I'm not seeing any age statements on it. So there might be a situation that there are some that are age stated and some that are not. Just wanted to throw that out there. Now, always, before we get into it, doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. And this one comes out right around the holiday season. Sometimes they'll have a little sweater with it, or sometimes this year in 2021, they have a little scarf with it. It's cute. I love it. And I've seen it on the shelf several times, and I decided to finally pull the trigger and grab a bottle. Now, this is actually the same company that does Lip Service and Burning Chair, which is a very popular bourbon right now for a lot of places. And so I decided to grab this one. I haven't picked up the other two yet. I think they do a third one as well. I can't remember its name, but those two specifically always pop out to me, especially on the shelf, and the unique shape of its bottle. We're going to be trying 2 different ways today. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water and see what changes up. Depending on how it tastes neat, we might grab an ice cube and try it with that. So we'll just wait and see. But I do give them credit because even though it's a flavored whiskey, it doesn't go below that 40% line. A lot of times your flavored whiskeys try to be as approachable as possible. And by doing that, they end up going to 35%, sometimes 33%, sometimes even less. So I will give them thumbs up already on that. At least they're trying to stick in that 40% range. I have not tried this one ahead of time, so that's interesting. Got like an extra seal around there. Curious. Very light. Wow. Now, wow, that's a heavy cork. The way they go about doing this is they do a steeping to it. So instead of using like a blend of flavors, they actually take all their flavors into a steeping bag. Sometimes some gins do this as well. Put it in there and they kind of let all those spices and, in this case, brown sugar, steep in the bourbon. Super light color though. I was expecting it to be dark. So super light. Let's see how it smells on the nose. Whoa! Yep, that's holiday spice, all right. Wow. Clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh, you do get the brown sugar in there. Plus, you also get that bit of the vanilla, caramel, and a little bit of oak in there from what bourbons usually have. Very sweet on the nose. Very sweet. Little bit of ABV there. Not super strong, but it is there. Those spices are interesting. Oh, man, it's actually quite awesome on the nose. I will give that credit. Let's go for taste now. Interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So you get a bit of those spices in there. You get a bit of the bourbon, but they almost taste like 2 separate things. It's almost like they're not married together well enough. Let's go for another drink. Hold on. I mean, you get the spices up front. It kind of evolves with a little bit of that vanilla punchiness to it, going into a bit of that oak, caramel, vanilla mix of a bourbon. But you're getting those weird spices. It's so different. You get those spices from beginning to end. Obviously, they're more punchier at the beginning, but as things kind of balance out, get a bit of that vanilla, caramel, the brown sugar sweetness is in there. Almost a dark chocolate note going on. It is very much like a Christmas dessert. Very Christmas-like. A little sweet, but sugary, and those spices are coming through. The more I'm sipping on it, the more I'm kind of digging it. Of the two, I love the nose a lot better, but the taste isn't bad. It's not horrible. Not that that's a ringing endorsement. It's better than I was expecting it. It's not quite as sweet as the nose leads you to believe. It's still sweet, but it's almost got, I'm not going to say it's got a metallic taste to it, but it's teetering that line of, it's kind of getting a little metallic on there. It's kind of popping up a bit, pulling back. That's very different. Very, very different. I think I will try this one with ice. Where'd my glass go? I think this one's going to be, if it doesn't work out, we'll try a little bit with water just to make sure. But I think ice is going to be where this one is going to shine a little bit. I love that bottle and that cork, though. A little bit more in there. We're going to let that chill off for a bit. But you get this interesting blend. Like, even in the finish is a lot longer than it should be, in my opinion. It's got this bit of sweetness in there that is very forward of brown sugar. The nutmeg is there. The clove is there. Like, you're tasting all the spices. Like, they're there. It's almost ceramic. Are their bottles ceramic? Or is it just the kind of paint they use on these? I don't know. It's really weird. Okay. Let's go for a taste on ice. ABV definitely shows up a lot more punchier on there. Wow, that punch shows up. I don't think this one lives on ice for me. I might be wrong. I took a risk. I don't think it does. Honestly, this probably lives in a mixed drink area. I don't know. The ABV turns up way too much there to be good on ice. You're still getting some of the spices, but the water is drowning out those spice notes. And then you're just left with a subpar bourbon flavor in there and a very strong ABV. All right, let's try it with a little bit of water. Yeah, just a dash of water. See what changes up here. Then I kind of doing that one. I've never done anything with all three, but I don't think it lives with ice. It might for you, as always, but I think it's a little too punchy with the ice. I just want to drop of water, see what changes up. ABV still shows up on the nose pretty pungently, but I'm still getting a bit of the spices on there. I'm also just getting a bit of orange in there now, too. Yeah. Like every now and again for Christmas or the holiday time, we'll take a big cast iron pot, fill it with water, and then put like dehydrated orange, clove, and spices in there. And let that kind of, like on a low heat, let that steep. And that's what this is smelling like now. Yeah. Definitely, I'm still getting those spices. But I'm getting a very pungent orange now. Let's go for taste. That is a lot more approachable with a little bit of water in there. Still get a little bit ABV on the taste, but that orange is helping carry things now. Get this burst of orange fruit, kind of rolls into the nutmeg, clove, almost like that chocolate notes almost in there too still. Get a bit of that ABV in there, kind of in the middle. Oak, caramel, and it kind of just goes a little dry in its finish. I think I like the water version the best. I love that pop of orange in there. Yeah, I'm getting it again. It's right from the get-go. You get that pop of orange. That's not half bad, actually. I should have stuck with my gut instinct and said water. Something told me to try it with ice, so I went ahead and planned ahead. I think it lives best there. So that tells me it's probably going to be a pretty decent mixer in a mixed drink. I could definitely see him doing some Christmas-themed old fashions with this. I think that would be a big plus. All right, let's talk about market price, because market price is market price, and it's going to vary. I picked this up for $25, and honestly, probably not quite worth the $25. Holiday season time comes along, and that can kind of change it. Most places though, I see this. Very few of them have it for $20. Most of it lives in the $25 to $30. I've seen a few places trying to push this online for $40 plus. I think that's a little overpriced. And by little, I mean a lot. One place I seen, I don't remember which one was it. It was I'm not going to call them out. $75 for this. This is not worth $75. Do not even consider paying $75 for this. $20, $25 if you're feeling gracious. I don't think it's bad. A little bit of water wakes up some of those flavors. You're buying it for the novelty, I think. Or again, as a mixed drink, it would probably do very good with that. It's not half bad. $25, I'm okay paying that. If I got it for $20, I'd probably be a little happier. $25 though, it's not bad. I do like those spices. So there you have it, Bad Sweater. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific bottles I should go out and look for, also let me know down below. Always on the hunt for something new and different to try. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
And I really like it might